Why does Trump hate Thanksgiving? One could almost be forgiven for not noticing, given how stealthily the holiday has been undermined. After all, he has not issued a decree, drafted a proclamation, or hung a sign on the Capitol doors reading, "Holiday suspended, please direct your gratitude elsewhere." No, the approach is far subtler. They are cancelling Thanksgiving the way a negligent landlord cancels a building, not by evicting the tenants, but by allowing the plumbing to rot until the toilets explode. A certain artistry is involved. Consider the supply chain, that noble and wheezing apparatus upon which so many holiday hopes depend. One might imagine that a nation capable of producing aircraft carriers and operatic streaming services could also manage to deliver a turkey to a grocery store. And yet, year after year, we find ourselves peering into refrigerated cases with the anxious hopefulness of gold prospectors. The problem is not cosmic mystery. It is that the institutions charged with maintaining agriculture and distribution treat resilience like an optional subscription feature. Having spent the year ignoring the fragility of production systems, officials now blink into the camera, surprised that birds do not breed on command in late November. Travel, too, is handled with the same festive spirit of passive sabotage. The government, having long neglected to fund, staff, or modernize the aviation infrastructure, appears shocked to discover that millions of people all attempting to move at once requires something more sophisticated than a shrug. A single storm in a remote city can now cripple the national grid. It is truly a marvel of contemporary governance, a transportation system so sensitive that even the rumor of weather sends airports into a fainting spell. If one wished to design a system optimized for maximum disruption, one could hardly do better. And then, of course, there is the shutdown. Only a government with deep commitment to performance art would choose the year's busiest travel season to furlough the very people responsible for keeping planes in the sky. Air traffic control, apparently, is considered a luxury amenity, like a towel warmer, and therefore eligible for suspension whenever Congress decides to indulge in one of its periodic episodes of legislative self-expression. We are asked to accept this with equanimity, as though national aviation could be run on volunteer spirit and good vibes alone. What makes the whole spectacle so exquisitely maddening is the insistence that nothing is wrong. Officials appear on television to assure us that everything is under control, that the shortages are minor, the delays typical, the shutdown regrettable, but manageable. This would be almost charming if it were not contradicted by the lived experience of anyone who has attempted to buy cranberries or board a flight within the last week. The effect is reminiscent of being soothed by a host while smoke billows from the kitchen. "Dinner is right on track," he says, stirring the ashes. Meanwhile, Americans cling to the ritual itself with remarkable tenacity. Families insist on traveling across the country. Hosts insist on producing the traditional meal. Shoppers insist on locating the mythical ingredients. And why should they not? The country has not failed them so dramatically, so visibly, so consistently, that they have abandoned the idea of normalcy. Not yet. But every year the system demands more effort just to produce the illusion of an ordinary holiday, and every year the government does less to support it. Tradition, it turns out, is only as sturdy as the infrastructure beneath it. So if one asks whether the government is cancelling Thanksgiving, the honest answer is no. Not in the official sense, but in the functional sense, by way of neglect, mismanagement, and a particularly creative approach to budgetary brinksmanship, the effect is remarkably similar. No decree, no proclamation. Just the slow erosion of the structures that make the holiday possible. The turkey will still be carved, of course. Families will still gather. Gratitude will still be expressed. But these acts will occur despite the government rather than because of it, and that distinction is the whole story. For a holiday meant to celebrate abundance, it is a strange thing to watch a nation scramble so hard to maintain the pretense, and stranger still to note how easily it could be otherwise. If only the institutions charged with supporting public life displayed even a fraction of the care that ordinary people show in preparing a single, fragile meal.